Hello, everybody. Greetings from the Northern Hemisphere. This is the glyphosate guy and also author of upcoming mind spam book titled HowToDieOfNothing.com, Danny Zen. Listen up if you can give me your kind time and attention for the next half hour and your of investment of time. You are going to learn how to stop counting sheep. And for those that have been watching some of my glyphosate guy videos, you know that I talk a lot about how Dr. Stephanie Seneff, author of Toxic Legacy, talks about how glyphosate is majorly disrupting our biochemistry, namely affecting protein synthesis and also affecting things that make up melatonin, such as serotonin and tryptophan. Okay, so listen up. This is great, especially if you know someone or yourself is suffering from ADHD, sleep challenges, maybe has a child on the autism spectrum, and also I think the sleep doctor, Dr. Michael Bruce, says there's about 88 sleep disorders, and on a regular chronic basis, at least 25 million Americans suffer from chronic sleep issues, whether falling asleep, that's called sleep onset, staying asleep, called sleep maintenance, or waking up feeling totally refreshed. Okay. So listen up. By the way, I first learned about this game-changing product. Full disclosure, by the way, thank you to Mike Adams and his team there at Brighteon for approving this video. Since I don't know how many Americans die each and every year from side effects caused by prescription sleeping pills and maybe gastrointestinal issues by taking over-the-counter sleep aids. I know my grandmother actually passed away, even though she lived to past 95 years old. She was taking sleeping pills on a nightly basis. Okay, I know she could have probably extended the quality and quantity of her life if she had not taken those. So, again, thank you to Mike Adams' team and along with YouTube for approving this video because this is a game changer. It is a dietary supplement. Full disclosure, I am an affiliate with Symphony Natural Health. It is a subsidiary of Natural Health International of Australia, I believe. And I first learned about this in a video featuring one of their medical advisory board members, Dr. Deanna Minich, and I believe it was Dr. David Perlmutter, if memory serves me correct. And so that's how I learned of this. And although I have not taken it personally, I can promote it because it's completely plant-based. In fact, by the way, it's called Herbatonin for those that just want to know. And it's the world's first plant-based, 100% natural. Probably over 98% of the melatonin on the market is all synthetic and made in a lab and probably doing more harm than good, quite frankly. Okay. So this could possibly just save your life or at least improve the quality of your life. And so you don't have expensive pee or, waste your money, time, and effort. So you can learn more by visiting symphonynaturalhealth.com. And you can, as a token of my appreciation for your loyalty to watching my videos, subscribing my channel, save 10% by applying any of these three coupon codes at checkout, okay? Danny or How to Die of Nothing or Health Miracle all work. And you can share this quote unquote PowerPoint by using this link here. T as in Tango, INYURL.com/Herbatonin PowerPoint. By the way, I just want to make sure I am sharing the screen if you guys can see it all. Just want to make sure. Audio check. Okay, so let's see. By the way, if you guys have trouble viewing the document, you can leave me a voicemail with your email address and I'll give you access to it. Just leave me a voicemail at my landline number, which is 786-441-2727. Again, that's 786-441-2727. Or if you're outside the US, you can call me on my toll-free line, which is 1-800-250-8975. Again, that's 1-800-250-8975, or send me an email to dannyzen at protonmail.com. That's DANNY, Z as in zebra, EN as in Nancy, at protonmail, PROTONMAIL.com, okay? I'll have a link to the video once I've uploaded it. So disclaimer, none of this information is presented is intended to be or implied to be a substitute of professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. And all the stuff here is contained or on this for informational purposes only. Always, always, always use common sense. And if in doubt, consult with an ethical, wise, caring, licensed, and highly trained and experienced healthcare professional regarding your individual situation. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, over 98% of all melatonin on the world market is synthetic, but not Symphony Natural Health's. And it's called Herbatonin. I think most of you guys know, for the most part, that melatonin secreted by the being secreted by the pineal gland. Although a lot of my videos I've been watching shows that melatonin is actually contained and produced in the mitochondria, probably over 85% of it actually. Okay, so that's a new game changer discovery. I'm not sure who discovered that, but anyways, generally pineal gland secretes melatonin around 8 p.m. It peaks here, okay, midnight or so, and then it tapers down in the morning. So basically, it's regulates our circadian rhythm, sleep-wake cycle, okay, and it's based on light and dark and not day and night. Um, see here, I'll let you guys read this. The sleep cycle is triggered when the retina registers darkness and secretes melatonin from the pineal gland in the bloodstream. Similarly, the wake cycle is triggered when the retina registers light. This is important as taking melatonin then exposed to light can make it harder to sleep or wake in darkness, and it's going to make it hard to wake up. So as you can see there, there's a continued release of melatonin throughout the night with a major decline after about 5 a.m. And the melatonin herbatonin is within the cell of the plant, and so the natural digestion and breakdown of these cells means that it is released through the night, mimicking the body's own production. This is really, really great for jet lag. If you have traveled across multiple time zones or those shift workers, this is their higher dose, 3 milligrams. Their flagship one is 0.3 milligrams, which their studies has done is adequate to kind of mimic our natural melatonin levels. For those that probably research a lot, you know our melatonin level starts tanking already as soon as probably age 35, you know. So, if you want to use this temporarily short term, you don't want to take the 3 milligram higher dosage for long term, probably no more than 3 to 5 days at a time. So, and what's cool is that, by the way, melatonin, I won't go into deep dive, but it is far, far more powerful of an antioxidant, free radical scavenger than glutathione, blows it away, according to all the experts in the field. And melatonin is able to naturally cross the blood-brain barrier. Okay, and so see here, great for cellular health. And this is directions for use. Take 1 to 2 capsules 30 minutes before desired sleep. You probably want to play it safe. If it's the 3 milligrams, I would just go with 1 capsule. And that also applies to jet lag. If you're not feeling the effects of just taking 1 3 milligram, again, the higher dose is 3 milligram, which is 10 times more than their flagship 0.3, then you can consider taking 6 milligrams, but that's a lot, okay? And again, you want to use this on a limited basis if it's a 3 milligram. For the 0.3 milligram flagship product, that you may be okay, especially if you're in your elderly, past age 55 or so, to take it on a daily basis of the lower dosage, 0.3 milligram, okay? Now, quality and sourcing, this is pretty cool. That Herbatonin is actually named a top choice by ConsumerLab.com. For those that are familiar with this third-party certification or testing, I guess, uh, organization. And so you can read all of these, what they're all about. And so, like all of, by the way, Symphony Natural Health does make other products, but I haven't looked into it deeply, and we're not going to go over them at all. But there's some things that's great for like menopause. They've got some Himalayan crystal salts and some other products for male hormone health, women's reproductive health. You can check that out if you're really into that. But the focus is, of course, just Herbatonin, okay? And so they actually go through a lot of effort to source. Although doesn't say it's certified organic, they try to control from seed to shelf and starts finding the optimal species, variety of phenotype of each plant. By the way, I kind of went over fast, but the 3 active ingredients in Herbatonin, it's actually just made from alfalfa, rice, and chlorella. That's it, okay? So I can feel really, really confident promoting it, even though I have not personally tried it yet. So that's why we're going over this. Anyways, so followed by farming and harvest methods, looking at seasonal life cycle factors, combined with a customized manufacturing process based on the individual biology and chemistry of each plant using herbatonin. By the way, for those that know me, I'm really anal about contaminants. I will ask them if they have a heavy metal assay or if they've tested for that because I don't see that easily on their website. But anyways, it's bioidentical. The plant melatonin and herbatonin is the same as human melatonin. Again, it's natural, not made in a lab. It's definitely much more bioavailability, bioavailable. The melatonin and herbatonin is within the plant cell matrix, and it is not an extract. Okay, it's clean, contains no chemicals, solvents, artificial colors, or flavors, preservatives, or excipients. That is a big, big, big plus for those that know me. It's allergen free, no gluten, dairy, soy, wheat, corn, or sucrose. That's a big plus, and that's more about the consumer lab, what they are all about. Now, it comes in, Herbatonin comes in 3 varieties. Each capsule, it's actually individually wrapped in its own blister pack, so it doesn't let air into it. So that's really, really amazing. And they've got the flagship product. It's 0.3 milligrams, again, 0.3 milligrams. And that's a 90-day supply, or 90 capsules. And that retails for $15.99 US dollars before shipping. You can get free shipping and save 10% if you happen to place the 4-pack of the 0.3 milligram, okay? So that actually gets you 9 times 4. That's almost a year's supply, actually, right? So almost a year's supply if you get the 4-pack, and you just take one nightly. Second variety is their, like I said, stronger one for temporary use for jet lag, and hopefully not too many people work shift work, but I know a lot of you do, and that's about $25, and that's only a 60-day supply, 2-month. Okay, they do offer a 2-pack package as well, and then lastly is just their travel pack of the higher dosage, and that's only a just over 2-week supply, so 15 capsules per box. So those are the 3 varieties of the herbatonin, and this is just a product label. I know it's kind of small to see, of their flagship 0.3 milligram herbatonin. Okay, as you can see here, it's kind of small, but there's not any excipients or fillers, flow agents, which I like a lot. That's awesome. And you can actually view dozens and dozens of PubMed, other research, and clinical studies on their clinical research tab, which will take you to this site here, if you can see. And it's got some for their other products, but there's also a ton. If you were just to hit Control F, Control Find on your keyboard, and search melatonin, you'll come up with dozens and dozens things affecting like pregnancy melatonin, brain health, children, cognitive impairment, mood, sleep, of course, mitochondria, whole 9 yards. Okay, so really, really heavily researched in terms of benefits of melatonin. But again, this is the world's first plant-based melatonin. There's not a ton of videos on their YouTube channel, but I included the link here. Okay, you can visit to watch. And then their refund policy, they don't have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That's a minus for me. But anyways, I know you're going to be pretty happy. But if they say that you do try their product out and it's opened, then contact their medical team at the email address here, and see if they can do anything for you for an open package. Okay, they do have a policy. I think it's 30 days for unopened, unused packages only, though. Okay, they have a work number on their website. You can check it out. I think it's a 415 area code, maybe out of I think they're based in Utah, but it's a 415. That's a California area code, if memory serves me correct. But anyways, you can learn more and stop counting sheep, and compensate for the effects of glyphosate or any other issues that's affecting your sleep by visiting tinyurl.com/herbatonin. Again, tinyurl.com/herbatonin. That's spelled H as in hotel, ERBATONIN. Or their main site, symphonynaturalhealth.com. Okay, if you happen to place an order, whether for herbatonin or any of their other products, please forward me a copy of your order confirmation email so I can ensure your order ships out ASAP. Send it to either dannyzen@protonmail.com or my primary one, which is dct3@cornell.edu. That's D Delta C Charlie T Tango the number 3 at cornell.edu. Or if it's easier for you to remember, you can also send it to HowToDieOfNothing@gmail.com. Okay, all letters HowToDieOfNothing at gmail.com. By the way, that site, I do own that domain name currently, HowToDieOfNothing.com, which you can visit, which has a ton of information about glyphosate, and get a free copy of my How I Solve My Sleep Problems 30 Tips e-guide as well. Okay. And if you do forward me a copy of order confirmation email, since I don't check emails regularly, be sure to leave me a voicemail with the date and approximate time of your email, okay? Again, 786-441-2727. And for those that really want to geek out and learn more, take a deep dive into melatonin, you can Google and or YouTube melatonin expert Professor Russell J. Reiter, Reiter, to learn more. And stay tuned as I create these following 3 domain names so you can take a deeper dive into the wonderful world of melatonin. Okay, so stay tuned. Anyways, thank you for your kind time and attention. As a token of my appreciation, for those that have not already gotten this invaluable resource, whether you're a healthcare professional or not, make sure you get a copy of my glyphosate testing, exposure prevention, and detoxing game plan e-guide by visiting either of these 2 links, tinyurl.com/detoxing roundup or tinyurl.com/glyphosate guide, GUIDE, okay? And this is kind of what you'll be learning about. Anyways, take care, everybody. Thanks again for your kind time and attention. And again, this is my contact information. If you have any questions about Herbatonin, want to become a distributor, it's direct sales, not network marketing, and or for any media or a partnership increase regarding what I'm all about, and or to be a guest on my next How to Die of Nothing Beyond Bulletproof podcast, which is currently just on my personal YouTube channel. Okay, take care, everybody, and please spread the word about Herbatonin. And again, the 3 10% discount codes you can enter. Remember to enter at checkout are just Danny, DANNY, or How to Die of Nothing, or Health America. They should all work. I just checked at least 2 of them. Okay, and again, the main site's symphonynaturalhealth.com, and so you can get more Z's and with this game changer. Okay, take care, everybody. I look forward to helping you have deeper, better slumber so you can be at your very, very best. Bye-bye.